I'm pissed off about anyway. So it's cool. Code. Yeah, sure. I'll put it in the Discord chat. What do you mean? No, you don't. I'm here anyway. Oh, Nana, early as always. I see. Good. Good, good. It's fine. You won't be as distracted this time. I'll let you know if they do. Because yeah, I know, but I can get through the show without being that distracted. I know you can't, which is why you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted with the chat open. Fine. Fine. Right, so I'm just going to run my test recording in the background because I severely think that I have got issues on my side. Nothing of note just happened. Hello, Danka. Bueno, Brent. We possibly might talk about Warframe, but I don't guarantee it. If we're running a bit long, we might not, but we may talk about it. Hello, darkness, my old friend. By the way, I take complete umbrage with it. I take complete umbrage with saying I have no friends.
I know. I was being dramatic.
What is this?
Ah.
You can't say I'm not a friend anymore. We've met in person, for Christ's sakes.
I know.
Now we can officially say that.
It's true.
An online friend doesn't count. Well.
Okay. Hopefully chat can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Can Kylie be heard?
Doesn't matter because I'm just going to be drinking here in a second. Like that.
We can. Good.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to check my file.
And
2 secs.
Nana says, I need Kylie to talk about one thing. What would that one thing be, Nana? The price of milk? Oh, yeah. Is there a glare on Pete's camera? Yeah, I think Pete needs to wipe his camera down or something. Does anyone want to redeem a glass of wine? Because I would like to chug a lug a glass of wine. Today's been rough.
So Brent said, is that on
yeah.
Pete's camera or my screen? What the hell?
I think you need to wipe your camera. There's like a smudge on it.
Aha. Probably where I
Thank
was
you,
cleaning.
Brent.
No, it's what.
Oh, it's a light.
It's the light reflecting in through the window. Hang on.
I have not drank in 1 week. Yes. Blinded by the light. Because my life took a nosedive about 1 week ago.
They're fucking coming through. God damn it. Yeah. Bollocks.
I was doing something. Oh, it's pulling up chat. It's true, Nana. I did only drink 1 bottle of wine last week. I am quite surprised. Ah, yes, now we can see Pete much better. Dadgummit, I was going to bring up stupid. All right, well, fine.
I'm gonna be sat in the dark for a while. It's fine.
Hey, I'm in the dark. That's for
Good.
sure.
I'm glad you can see much better. Not that it's much of an improvement anyway.
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay.
Right. I think the levels are okay, by the way. Can you let us know in chat if the levels are okay on both our ends? Kylie's mic's gone kaput. Oh, by the way, a glass of wine was redeemed by Brent. Thank you, Brent.
Yes, I got it. I'm about to chug a lug. It's very
Oh, have you got
sweet.
the chat open now?
I do, but I can't chat. I can't chat to them.
Oh, right. Okay, you can see the chat at
Yeah.
least. Good.
I can see
Good,
it.
good, good.
Can't chat it.
That is fine. We will. We shall wait for about 2 minutes, maybe more.
Yes.
Ad break incoming.
Oh, okay. See, I can't see that.
Oh, I can see that. Stupid ad breaks.
I was just gonna let chat filter in.
Yeah. How are we on Sunday day, Sunday evening, Sunday day, wherever you are?
Sunday Eve.
Well, I meant more for Brent because it'll be Sunday afternoon for him.
Did
Thanks,
you
though.
snooze the
Appreciate it.
ads? Very good.
I did wonder who else was snoozing them, but I guess Nana has that
Yep.
privilege. Nice. Good
Nana
work.
has the power. I have the power.
So Danko just watched the epic conclusion race to the Formula E. Cool.
Very
Nice.
cool.
How was it? Which Warframe quest should I do next? Call of the Tempestari or the Wave Rider? Oh, the Wave Rider sounds fun.
I'm gonna agree with Pete. The Wave Rider.
Yes.
Yeah.
Danko said it was crazy. So what was crazy about it? Sorry, I'm not a racing fan, but I can appreciate racing.
See, I just found out from Danker sometime last week that Formula E is the electronic cars, Pete.
Yes, it is. I
That's
knew that.
very cool. I didn't know that.
So basically, Formula E is pretty much helping with the assistance of the technology to potentially go into Formula One in a few years.
Wow. Very cool.
Yes. I remember them having a Formula E car at the Excel Centre one of the years, I think, which was kind of cool. It was on a stand.
That's cool.
Pretend like you're excited.
I'm totes excited.
I know, it really looks and sounds it.
Excite Bike. I
I
used to
don't
love
want
that
to
game.
play Excite Bike.
I know, I love that game. 3 people were up for the title today, and the race went flip-flopping. Ooh, I like that.
Ooh. Oh, it is still at the Excel Centre. Cool. Okay, I'll have to keep an eye out for it next time I'm there. Probably not likely to be for MCM Comic Con, the event that formerly had EGX.
Yep. I'm gonna burp in my microphone.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. This is going to be one of those shows today, I think.
It's 100% one of these shows because I don't want to do anything in life. I want to lay in my dark room and never get out of bed. Nana says, wait, did they just get rid of EGX completely? They smooshed it with MCM.
Yeah, it's now. There's an EGX section in Comic Con, and it's going to be absolute crap anyway.
It's true.
Yeah, well, it's the beginning of the end for them anyway. EGX will cease to exist. It will only be Comic Con.
I am going to start one. I haven't decided what yet, though.
You're going to start what, sorry?
I want to do a convention.
What happened to
Fanfare?
Fanfare?
Yeah, it might be fanfare. I'll decide.
Remember, I'm on that committee.
I know you are. But
Don't know if Smash will happen, by the way, but I might be able to pull some strings with something else.
Yeah, well, I definitely will be looking into that.
Okay, cool. Right, ad break over.
Whoop whoop.
So I will get started on the recording.
Woo.
Oh, it's weird. Hang on.
It's Pete's hand.
There we go. That's a bit better. I had to put my light on.
It's my light. Let's see. There.
Cool.
Meh.
Right. So
I'm a gremlin.
I will probably we'll probably enjoy it and maybe get some active signatures, but for people
Ooh,
who
yeah.
only want AGX, that sucks. Yes, it does. To be honest, I don't really want to have to spend the money to go to Comic Con to just go to an EGX section.
Yeah.
I've got nothing against Comic Con. Probably just too busy for me.
Yeah, it's usually pretty busy. I haven't been to Comic Con
Yeah.
in a while, but
No, I've been to a couple of anime conventions over the years, and some of them were of varying quality.
yeah.
Right,
That's
let's
true.
get started.
Let's
So,
get started.
3, 2,
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Rapid Reviews Radio, episode I have no idea.
204.
204. 204. Pete and I are a little low energy today in the studio. The shared studio.
Yes, the studio that looks completely different from each
Yeah.
side, but it's clearly the same
It's
studio.
the same studio. I'm just on the left. He's on the right. There you go. Yeah. I'm your co-host, Kiley Wilde. I guess doing my best Burt Reynolds impression, apparently. And yeah. I'm joined by my co-host, Pete Beckett.
Jesus, I thought you were going to forget my name there for a
I
second.
almost did.
204 episodes and you still can't remember it. Hello.
I already said this name of the show, so I'm going to say it again. Rapid Reviews Radio. Because I actually don't think I did say it.
I think you did.
Okay. Well, it's good to repeat things. It gets
It's
stuck in
fine.
people's
Rapid
minds.
Reviews Radio, don't forget it.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, I really am just in Burt Reynolds mood. I'm just...
I'm really going to have to write something out for you for an actual intro, aren't you? At least then you actually might get it right.
Yeah. All right. But do we even want to do how our week's been, Pete? Do we? I can tell you. Mine ain't been great.
No, I can tell you about mine then if you want.
Okay,
I don't care.
I think we'll skip mine.
Okay, yeah. Fine. I would say, how's your week been, but clearly,
let me
best not talk
let me
about
pour
it.
more wine.
Skipping on. My week has been chaotic, hectic, very busy, very, very busy, but quite enjoyable.
That's good.
I've just been flat out doing everything and a whole lot of nothing at the same time as well. I won't go into too much detail, but this weekend has been a very, very busy one because I've been doing some personal stuff.
Yeah.
Kylie knows exactly what it is, but I've been doing a lot of things that have kept me out of the house nearly all day today and all day yesterday.
He's been planting trees in Honduras.
I wish. I might have been hitting a few trees, let's say. I was playing golf yesterday, for Christ's sakes, and it took flipping ages. Playing with a slow group of people, and it just was really slow, and it was through a forest, and god damn it, my brother is such a pain in the arse as well. So, but yeah, it was fun though. It was good. It was good. But I've because it's been a couple of weeks, obviously, as well. Reason why we didn't record last week, I was away. I actually was away doing some house sitting down at Rachel's dad's in Essex, and that was really fun. Really nice to just be away for a bit, except for the goddamn football. But yeah, I've actually been playing games. Surprisingly enough, I play games.
That's cool. What games have you been playing, Pete?
So I will touch on the one that I've played a very small amount of because, hooray, Steam Summer Sale was on.
Yes.
So I picked up a game that I may have nominated for a Game of the Year show previously, which was I had played on Xbox before, but that is Forza Horizon 4.
Oh, yes.
So I rebought it. I actually bought it because it's obviously coming off of Game Pass service in December. So bought the Ultimate Edition of it with all the DLC, playing it on Steam. And my god, that game is absolutely glorious and I love every second of it. I think it's going to be one that I'm going to pick up with my gaming group and play frequently. So it only costs 16 quid on the summer sale. So, hey, bargain for all that DLC as well.
Absolutely.
But the main game that I've been playing, Kylie knows about this. People who are in streams over the week will know about this. I may have gone on a hell dive, and not Helldivers 2, but I meant actually mining down to the underworld with Terraria.
Yup.
God damn it, I am absolutely obsessed with Terraria again. So, because I was down at Rachel's dad's house, I've had issues with internet previously down there where I might have used his entire data cap playing online, so I chose not to play online. So I was like, what do I play? Picked up my Switch and was like, you know what, I could play some Terraria. I'll start a new world and see where I go from there.
There you go.
It's been about 20 hours
Oh, wow.
in the last week or so.
Wow. That's pretty
Good
cool.
God, good God. So I think so far the only thing I've done is build a house. It's a 5-tiered house, which is cool.
Cool.
Mined my way down to the underworld, to the beehive, and several different other areas as well. Nearly
Yeah.
lost all of my stuff several times over. Beaten the Eye of Cthulhu,
Nice.
and I'm just currently about to make my way through the underworld to see if I can taste the Wall of Flesh.
Oh, my. Oh,
Or the Wall
my.
of Flesh. Yeah, because that's the problem, is once you defeat the Wall of Flesh, it then goes into the hardcore mode, which is, oof boy.
Ah.
Oh dear, that is quite challenging. So I'm wondering whether or not I should do that right away and actually just go and fight the Queen Bee first.
Oh, yeah. I bet that's probably a better
Yeah, 'cause
strategy.
look, I like the Queen Bee, and it's annoying because I keep finding certain bits of like honey and all that.
Yeah.
So I think the hive is nearby, but I keep going the wrong direction away from the hive, and it's quite
Right.
annoying now.
Oh, that's
I've
funny.
spent probably about 4 hours trying to find it so far, and found nothing. Bloody
Well,
annoying, but that game is absolutely ridiculous. So I did pick up my old character, so I've got some of my old items, most of my stats as well. So I just created a new world and just went into it. So
yeah.
might have got a small advantage there, but it's fine. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's what I've been playing. Apologies for those who want to hear more about Pine Hearts, because I've been away. Haven't been able to play much Pine Hearts, but I'll get back to it next week, I reckon.
Well, if you're
Uh,
uh-huh.
I was going to ask if you've been playing anything. This is the time to talk about your streams, possibly.
I was gonna say, if you're a follower, or as I call them, hatchling, of my streams, over on Kiley Wilde, which is KILEY_WILDE on Twitch, I have played Hitman. I play a lot of the house
House
game, House
Flipper.
Flipper, and I played a scary game that was actually cool, but it was actually more. It was very short. It was about 45 minutes. It was very
Hmm.
cool though. Le Dernier. And I played oh, thank you, Nana. I played Jazz Punk, which you should be familiar with if you're a watcher of this lovely channel, because I used to stream that a long time ago, 3 years ago.
You did, yes.
So
It was very enjoyable watching the intro to
yes,
that.
yes. Well, I streamed it again for my Weird Wednesdays. So I did that. And I've been doing a lot of House Flipper because I'm very lonely. So if you ever see me on Twitch and I'm playing House Flipper, please come talk to me. It means I have not talked to anyone all day. Hello, Mike Tindo.
Hello,
Yeah,
Mike. Unfortunately, I moved my camera position today, so all the light was blaring in and ruining the screen.
and I'm sad. So I'm not ready to come out of the dark yet. But what's the stream? I was gonna say scan. I don't know why I was gonna say scan. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I do. I mean, I will say this at the end again, but please come hang out with me. I don't have anyone to talk to, so I really
Um,
love it when chat is there.
yeah, no. Surprisingly, I don't have any Evo currently going on in the background. I've been really busy this weekend. I've not caught anything, so I want to watch the top eights later if I
Ooh,
don't fall
nice.
asleep.
But as far as games, that's what I've done so far. But definitely check in tomorrow. I'll be on my channel. Again, I'll say this all at the end, but I'll be on my channel at 7 tomorrow with an FPS game because I play FPSs on Mondays. So,
Any particular
oh,
reason why it's FPS Monday?
I call it Marauding Mondays. I was gonna do a
Oh,
pirate
right,
game,
okay.
but then I thought, I want to do different games every Monday. So I was like, Marauding Mondays, I'll just do FPS. Let's see. Oh, what time do you stream, Kylie? I'll try and pop by. Yes. Nana, if you wouldn't mind, would you pop a link in there? I stream at 7 o'clock British time. Uh, and I usually go to about 8:30, 8:30, 8:45. And thank you, Pete.
Right.
And I stream FPSs on Mondays, weird games on Wednesdays, and frightening games on Fridays. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's helping me a lot because, like I said, I literally don't know anybody. I don't have anyone to talk to, and so it's been
Ah,
good.
I've got the perfect game for you to play on Monday.
Okay.
Game that came out in 2022.
Okay.
It's called Marauders.
Oh, there we go. There we
It is an
go.
FPS as well.
Oh, nice. I'll have to look into that for sure.
Oh,
But I think that's going to do it for our intros. Pete, I hope you have some stories.
I have a few. Do you want to get sad? Do you want to get angry? Or do you want to get gleeful?
Always save Gleeful for last. I'm already
Okay.
sad. So we could probably do sad first and then
Let's
mad.
start out with the sad. Okay.
Okay.
So we have had an unfortunate passing in the video games industry this week, and
Oh,
quite a
dear.
notorious one at that. Because, and this one came to my attention because of Mike Tendo, who's now in the chat. Brett Jones, one of the original artists from GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, has passed away.
Oh, right. Oh, dear.
Yes, it's very,
Yes.
very unfortunate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so reading the story, and VGC is our source, so go and check the sources out after the recording. GoldenEye designer David Doak shared the news on social media on Thursday, writing, "R.I.P. Brett Jones, you absolute legend." He
Oh.
later added, "So much of what made GoldenEye 007 and Perfect Dark special came from Brett's talent and rascal humour." So he worked for Rare between 1994 and 2002, and his work can be seen across multiple eras of GoldenEye 007, from modelling all the game's characters, creating most of the animation, building multiple backgrounds, and the front-end UI. So Jones was also influential in shaping the design of Perfect Dark protagonist Joe Dark, and voiced several characters in the N64 Classic, as well as modelling and animating the majority of them and leading motion capture work. He was also a keen fundraiser, regularly raising money for charities such as Teenage Cancer Trust and others. So all around good guy. So very unfortunate he is unfortunately no longer with us.
Yeah.
Oh, but here's an interesting tidbit that's just come from this anyway, which is quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
He had an even stronger career away from the games industry, working on VFX for movies such as The Last Jedi and TV shows as Doctor Who, as well as the opening titles for BBC's Match of the Day, Championship
Right.
Darts, and others.
Right.
Very
Very cool.
interesting.
Very. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, that's
Um,
sad.
Very sad, unfortunately, but, you know, that's his life. It is another unfortunate, massive person that we've lost in the videos games industry, or just general, anime, video games, and movie culture community over the last year. So much sadness, and R.I.P. Brett. That is a huge loss.
Absolutely.
So wishing
Absolutely.
all the best to his family and his friends
Yeah.
over at Rare, and Platonic as well, who
Yeah.
probably already worked with him previously.
Yep.
So, anyway, more sad news, but you might be a bit more gleeful about this sad news.
Oh, okay.
Um, do you happen to remember a show that vaguely resembled something called a video game known as Halo?
Oh, that old
Well,
thing. That
it
old
looks like
chestnut.
Paramount Plus finished the fight for us,
Uh-huh.
because it's been cancelled after 2 seasons.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Me, can I believe it? I can't believe it.
So,
Ah,
the reason why I said that was because I saw the post on Facebook, and I literally put Paramount finished the fight
That's very good though.
on the official post, which was quite
Very
funny.
good. Very good. Oh
Yeah,
my
so Paramount
goodness.
Plus has cancelled Halo's live action series after 2 seasons. The decision comes after season 2 of the show premiered in February. According to Deadline, Amblin TV, oh bloody hell, Amblin was still involved in it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Christ. Xbox and 343 Industries hope to find a new partner to
Yep.
continue the series.
Gonna continue that fight. Oh,
Don't
I
continue that fight,
I have
please don't.
much to say.
Please put it in a bin and sticky bomb the shite out of that.
Yes. Yes.
A spokesman for Paramount Plus said in a statement, "We're extremely proud." Sorry, I can't. I couldn't get through that sentence. Of this. No, I can't read this without laughing. I know editorials are terrible, but
Oh.
still. We're extremely proud of this ambitious series, and we'd like to thank our partners at Xbox 343 and Amblin TV, along with showrunner executive producer David Weiner. His fellow executive producers, the entire cast led by Pablo Schreiber, and as Master Chief and the amazing crew. Oh, do you mean Master Cheeks? And the amazing crew for all their outstanding work. We wish everyone the best going forward. 343 added, "We deeply appreciate the millions of fans who propelled the Halo series to be the global success, and we remain committed to broadening the Halo universe in different ways in the future.
Wait.
We are grateful to Amblin and Paramount for the partnership in bringing our expansive sci-fi universe to viewers around the world."
Wait. Mike, is that a joke or is that a real thing?
Hang on, no.
What? I need to
Hang on.
know.
So
No,
do
I
I.
need to know if that's real or not.
Biden ends election campaign, says it's been the greatest honor to serve as US president. Breaking from BBC.
Wow! You heard it here first. Well, you won't because you're going to hear this tomorrow. But holy crap.
Oh, no, really? Not really a big surprise. It's been a major thing that the DNC have been trying to get rid of him for the last couple of weeks
Yeah,
since
I
that
know, but
terrible debate.
wow. Okay, that was actually kind of cool then.
Anyway, for your political news, please
Yes.
don't follow us.
No, we are gaming news, but still, holy crap. Holy crap.
Yes,
Okay,
interesting. Anyway, yeah, so let's not carry on because Jesus Christ, there's nothing to really to add other than saying that it was just stalled. This TV show stalled for years.
Yeah, this TV show is crap. I hate it. I hate it, hate it. I hate it so much. You can go back and listen to previous episodes where I've said I've hated it. Because, okay, first of all, it's just not good. And second of all, everyone knows Halo is a love story between Master Chief and Cortana. Yes, it is not a conventional love story, but it's still a love story. I love it. And the fact that the TV show had Master Chief, first of all, get butt naked, hence why Pete said Master Cheeks. Maybe we should call the show that. Got him to get butt naked, get it on with this other lady while Cortana's watching. I'm sorry. I've had some really crap things in my life, but that's really crap. Oh, that's true, Danker. Apologies to all who use Cortana. That just triggered. Yes, I should have said, Alexa, play Halo. Beyonce's Halo. But anyway.
Okay, Google, play Halo 2 main theme.
Was it Breaking Benjamin? Oh, yes. But
That's
yeah.
blown me away. That's one of the songs that was in the main
I do
campaign.
love that show. Song. I do love that show.
The main theme was the one that was done by Steve Vai.
Yes, exactly. But I like what Mike Tindo just put in chat.
Oh, here's some gaming. Yeah. Oh, did you not? Oh my God! I told you about that in your stream the other day,
Yes,
and
you
you
did.
clearly didn't look at that.
I did. Yes, I love it. I want it. I love it, and I want
I know. I've entered the sweepstakes, so if I happen to win it, then I'm sending it to you.
And it has a magnetic butt. So do I.
Also, let it be known that actually I'm going to the midnight showing of Deadpool and Wolverine on for Wednesday night, Thursday morning. I have debased myself by spending money to go and see a Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
And at midnight. What have you done?
It's best. It's amazing.
Just so you know, I'm spoiling every freaking minute of it before you even get to see it.
Whatever. I'll probably see it. Before you do. I'm redeeming my own glass of wine if anyone doesn't want to. Yes, Nana. It's a new day. It's a new life.
It's a new dawn.
It's a new dawn.
It's a new day. It's a new life.
Pete is feeling good watching Deadpool.
I am definitely not feeling good. I am feeling very achy and tired.
I do like what Mike says, which is it's a Deadpool and Wolverine. So you could get away with that.
Okay, fine. I can get away with it being a Wolverine film.
Yeah.
They should have called it Wolverine and Deadpool, though.
Yeah.
We all know who the main star is. Anyway.
Yep.
I posted in the Discord to you. Do you think that's an appropriate episode title?
Oh, crap. Pete, I can't look at that.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. Oh, crap, you really did, didn't you? I can't. It'll freeze the thing.
Oh, okay, fine. It's fine.
I'll look at it on here.
Just look at it later.
No, I'll just pull it up on here. Might as well.
Cool.
Sure, that works.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're calling it that. That's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, pile of dumpster fire dog crap. Halo's done. Good riddance. We hardly knew ye, but that's because you were hardly what you were advertised to be.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on.
Yep.
So, let's talk Nintendo.
Sure.
And I'm not talking about the Nintendo Direct that will be about 4 weeks late for now.
Yes. Does anybody want to
because-
redeem this? Because I'm going to redeem it myself.
So anyway, Mike has posted to me. What do you think about Nintendo World Championships NES Edition? Did you pick it up in the end? I did not, and I did not because it's all. I have no nostalgia for the Nintendo World Championships.
Oh, right.
And to me, this is basically just glorified demo versions of the games that you can speedrun, and I'm not a speedrunner. Anyway, I've got nothing against the game itself. Like, I'm just not going to spend my money on it personally. Funds are limited. I have a wedding coming up. But anyway, so I hope it's been enjoyable, though. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know you were hoping for a code. Anyway, we are talking Nintendo because I'm not going to lie, this sort of came a little bit of a strange announcement.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I was to tell you that Nintendo didn't have an official way to charge Joy-Cons
Right.
until now, what would you think? Apart from obviously charging them on the Switch itself.
Say that again.
So there is not an official way from Nintendo themselves that you can charge the Joy-Cons outside of charging them on the Switch unit itself.
Right, okay.
Until now.
Right, okay.
7 years into the generation. Because Nintendo is releasing a new two-way stand for Switch Joy-Cons.
Oh, that's cool.
So, releasing in Japan in October 17th, Nintendo says that the stands will allow players to charge additional Joy-Cons on a stand while the Switch console is docked, or they can remove the stand and use it as a controller during gameplay. That's actually pretty handy. So, obviously that little, the little grip that you got to put the Joy-Cons in. The charging unit is essentially the Joy-Con grip, so you can still use them whilst it's in play, whilst it's on charge separately from the dock.
Right.
Because weirdly enough, you never had a way to do that before.
Yeah, that's really weird. I have to admit, that's weird.
So, this is a quote from the announcement. This is recommended for those who have multiple Joy-Cons, such as when you want to charge Joy-Cons for everyone to play together in games such as Mario Party or Switch Sports. The peripheral is available for pre-order on the official Japanese Nintendo website for 3,300 yen, which translates to about £16 or $21.
That's not bad.
Which is, for Nintendo, it's not
exactly
badly priced.
No.
Currently no word on an international release, but VGC has asked Nintendo UK for comment.
Oh, right.
Mike said, I have viewed a third-party charging dock for Joy-Cons for years. I said that's why I said Nintendo official Nintendo way.
Yeah, exactly.
There's always been third-party options available. So the reason why this has come off, the reason why I thought this was a little bit strange is because this is 7 years after the console released, and as it's on
Ooh,
the end of life.
good point, Pete. Very good point.
But this was raised on Twitter by somebody from the Together We Play Discord and good friend Ross, who put that actually this could have ramifications for the Switch successor and its backwards compatibility with previous Joy-Cons,
Right.
which I can't disagree with now. You wouldn't release this so late into the generation if there wasn't going to be some sort of compatibility with old Joy-Cons.
Right. This is a strange move. I'm not gonna lie. This is a strange move. Oh, well, let's see. It does make a lot Okay.
Mm.
That's very strange to
So,
me, but I'm an outsider.
mm,
I don't have a, well,
yes.
I do have a Switch. I just have never I turned it on once. Once.
Yeah, and that was just try and set up a Smash Brothers tournament,
That's
and
all it
never
was.
happened.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Obviously, we're not expecting to hear much about their new console until at least the end of March 2025. But, well, it's going to come in this fiscal year. But still no word yet, but I'm not surprised. If I had to guess, it'll probably likely be in October or November that they'll announce it.
Right.
So,
Hmm.
anyway.
They
So this is going to be this might take a little bit of time, this one, because this is a free tiered story that we're coming to you, because this happened last week when I was going to cover it last week, but we didn't end up recording in the end. But I wanted to go over the fallout as a result of what happened. So I'm sure you've probably heard it from either other podcasts or from your own external reading. But let's talk Game Pass.
Okay.
Did you hear about the Game Pass thing?
Depends on what you mean.
So let's go through the story then, and we can discuss it, and then go over what's happened in the last week because of it.
Okay.
So Microsoft is raising the price of Xbox Game Pass and
Oh,
introducing a new
I did hear that.
subscription tier that does not include day one releases.
Yes.
So from July 10th, the platform holders top Game Pass Ultimate tier, which includes PC Game Pass, day one games, back catalogs, online play, and cloud gaming, will increase in price to $20 or 15 quid or 18 euros per month, which is up by about $3, 2 quid or 3 euros wherever you are obviously based.
Right.
PC Game Pass will also increase in price, so this is the separate tier itself, to $11.99 or £9.99 or €11.99 per month. Microsoft announced on Tuesday, and that was a while back now, obviously. So, and include all current benefits, including day one releases. So, this is the one that seems to be annoying a lot of other people now. Significantly, Microsoft stated that this week it will retire its Xbox Game Pass for console tiers for new users. This will soon be replaced with a new $14.99 standard tier. So that's what was? Oh Jesus, that's I can't even work out what the price of that would be. About 10.99 maybe.
Yeah, roughly around there.
£10.99 or 11-ish euros, €11.99 maybe. Don't know. Which will include access to the back catalogue of games and online play, but no day one releases or cloud gaming. I mean, how many people were really using this for cloud gaming? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, I was using it a little bit for cloud gaming.
Sometimes, but anyway.
The smaller
So this
games
is
I did.
okay. So this is a quote. Some games available with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on day one will not be available via with Xbox Game Pass Standard and may be added to the library at a future date. So essentially, this is basically what PlayStation is doing with their PS Plus Extra and what's their top tier called? Because their naming conventions is stupid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Premium,
Yeah.
sorry. Where
Dumb and
games
stupid.
might come after about a year or so. Users currently subscribed to Xbox Game Pass for console will be allowed to maintain the subscription, Microsoft said, including access to day one games. However, if at any time, and I think this is what's got people annoyed the most,
Uh-huh.
if at any time users turn off their automatic payment renewal and their membership lapses, they will no longer have access to Game Pass for console and will need to join one of the other
Oh.
plans.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Mmm.
Let's continue. So from
Okay.
September 12th, Microsoft will allow users to stack Xbox Game Pass for console users for up to 13 months. So this is the thing that they've previously had when it first came out, where you could stack memberships up for about
Right.
a year, 3 years.
Uh-huh.
Because I know people when it first got introduced were doing that.
Okay.
So Xbox Game Pass Core, previously Xbox Live Gold, enabling online multiplayer, will receive an annual price increase to $74.99, up from $59.99, but will remain $9.99 per month.
Holy
So,
crap.
quote, we create Game Pass to offer players more choice in how they discover and play games. That includes offering different prices and plans so players can find what works best for them.
Uh,
Do you want me to
Dankers?
read this?
What?
Do you want me to read the chat?
Yes, you go ahead and read chat.
Um, so what the two messages from
Mr.
Danker.
Danka. Yes.
So Danker has put, I do feel this is a way to keep the previous hardware in use. Probably does mean the magnetic rumors could be true. The day one move is what got me slightly annoyed. However, you lose EA Play access at the standard level 2.
Yeah. I think, I'm going to be honest here. I think in its current form, Game Pass is not going to survive. I think they've got to
No,
change. They have to do something. Because here's the thing, because you've got Game Pass, but then you've got all these offshoots. You've got Ubisoft and EA and Epic and all these little
but
offshoots
then
and stuff like that.
you've got so you got EA Play, is it?
EA Play,
Where you get some of that on there, like you have the access to Ubisoft Plus, which you have to pay for through there, but
yes,
you've got Riot Games that's on
uh
PC
huh,
Game Pass.
exactly. So I think that what has worked for Microsoft the last, I would say 5 years, maybe a little bit more, but we'll say 5 years. I think what's worked for Microsoft for the last 5 years, it's time to change. They're going to have to mutate. They're going to have to evolve if they're
Hmm.
going to survive, because they're not making money off of Game Pass. We know this. We saw the figures. Those came out not too long ago.
Oh yeah, they're not doing too.
No,
There's been no subscriber growth, has there?
none at all. And they're not making a profit off of it. So in order for it to survive, they're going to have to change it into something people want to pay for that will also make a profit. So I don't think that this is the right. I don't think they're there yet, if that makes sense. I think
Hmm.
that they'll have to come up with a new game plan, is what I think.
Yeah, but I think the problem is that you know, they had a lot of goodwill and a lot of good graces after their very strong E3 showing, let's say, we'll
Mm-hmm.
call it in air quotes, where they were advertising all these games that are going to come out over the next year or two, such as Fable, Perfect Dark, Gears of War
Yeah,
E-Day, where every single last one of them was like,
day
you play
one.
this day one on
Yeah,
Game Pass. They
yeah,
didn't specify play this day one on Game Pass Ultimate or
I
Game
know.
Pass Core, not this standard description nonsense,
Yeah,
subscription. It's just I think some people might see this somewhat as false advertising to some degree.
I think
But
that's a valid argument, actually.
but it
Could
is
be
also
made.
the crap that they have as well, is that some people don't want to have automatic renewals on. They don't want to do that. They want to manually
Yeah,
pay for it themselves. So if they let their membership lapse, then they're not going to get those benefits again, which
yeah,
is absolutely completely ridiculous. And they're going to lose that price point that they've been paying
and that's
previously,
why.
which they've been happy where it is. They're going to discourage more people to turn off of their Game Pass subscriptions and go, fine, I might go to a competitor, because Kurt Lewin actually posted in our Discord the other day about a gaming deal for GeForce Now that actually
Hmm.
had 50% off, and that's looking more appealing to me, to be honest.
Yeah, Which all harkens back to they're going to have to change. They're going to have to change with the times. This is not sustainable. Their current model is not sustainable.
The problem is, it was never sustainable in the
No, what
first place. They were
you're exactly
throwing
right.
money at different
Yeah,
developers.
you're exactly right. Microsoft's original plan has been all Microsoft products have the goal of we want it in everyone's home. That's been their like whole everything. So they did
That's
this with
been a
Game
lot.
Pass.
That's been like the thing for a very long
Very
time,
long
even
time.
since the 80s, hasn't
Yes,
it?
exactly. I think that was their whole like tagline in the 80s. Um, a PC in every home, I think was
Yeah,
the original thing, and they've stuck to
I
that.
think it was. Yeah,
Yeah, and so they've stuck to that. And so their first goal when they started Game Pass, and I'm sorry if I'm yelling, I'm not used to this
you're
microphone.
not.
Okay, but their goal has always been, whatever product in every home. So they did that, and then everyone was like, this is such a great model. We're gonna follow this, except that it wasn't profitable. Now, Microsoft, it doesn't have to be profitable because they've got so many other sectors that are profitable. But now, I think the whole like everything's coming home to roost, they've got to start turning a profit or they're going to have to end Game Pass as we know it, as it stands today.
Mm. I think the fact is, and I think the article is touching on this as well. If we carry on forward through it, is a lot of this has come down to the fact that they've sent 69 or 68.7 billion or $69 billion rounding up
Nice.
on Activision Blizzard
Yes.
as well. So they've got a huge chunk in their balance there
Mm-hmm.
that they now need to recoup
Yes.
because otherwise they're going to start going into the red.
It's absolutely true. And I don't think they had a game. Well, I think here's what I think because this has been something we've talked about on Rapid Reviews for years, the Activision acquisition, which is fun to say, by the way. Uh, but uh, that original game plan that they had 5 years ago or whatever, that's gone. They didn't know that it was going
No.
to take as long as it did. So now they've got this like, what do we do with this? This bomb or whatever. What do we do with this? And so I think that they're kind of scrambling at this point with what to do. I think they're going to have to get creative. I don't think Game Pass, as we know it right now, is going to survive. I think it's got to change. It's got to evolve. I don't know what it's got to evolve into, but its current model not going to work. It's not the Netflix of gaming like it used to be. That's what we used to call it,
No.
the Netflix of gaming. It's not. It's done. They need to go to the next stage, is what I think.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it is also the fact as well is that they recently, well, I say recently, they increased the price of games, but nobody is actually going to buy their games, let's say.
That's the thing.
So they obviously want people now to possibly go out and buy a $70 or 60 quid or 70 quid copy of the game.
Well,
But
sorry.
this also doesn't help with the preservation side of things when it comes to Xbox because none of the games are actually properly installed on the discs. They are literally just a hotkey to unlock it.
Especially if you play on the cloud like I do,
Yeah.
which is not reliable, by the way. But
No, I mean that service has been out for years and it's still quite poor.
it is. I only use it for like the small games,
Yeah.
like the big kid in Little City. Um, so I use that because it's like, why put that on my? I have a tiny little. I have the white Xbox, whatever that is, S X.
The Series S.
Um, but I was going to say something. What were we talking about before I went off on that tangent? Tangent time. Uh, I
The games
forgot.
costing money.
Yes. So originally, Game Pass was done almost as a demo service, so that you'd play the game, you'd love it, and then you'd buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I have rarely bought. I have bought, but I've rarely bought games on Game Pass because you get a discount. But I've rarely bought games on Game Pass after I've played them. I
Mm.
think that backfired. I think what they
Yes.
meant to happen did not happen.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the model has to change. It just has to change.
Okay, so if we're spitballing ideas here, I may have one suggestion of how
Okay.
it could change. Xbox first party titles come out on Game Pass day one. they, however, only stick around for 6 months, and they give you a 50% discount on the game purchase after that, rather
Nice.
than the 20%.
Now, see, I would have said 6 weeks.
Well, I think 6 months is 6 months is probably more accurate when it comes to a live service game, which they seem to be putting out a fair
Right.
bit of
Okay.
them. When it
I would
comes to a
agree with that.
single player game,
Okay.
it may not work as much.
Yes. Now I'm gonna agree with the live service because you do need that to get hooked.
Yeah. Now, if Halo Infinite, they did the right thing by making the multiplayer free to start, wasn't it?
Yes.
So actually, that probably
Also,
worked better. If they would have said after 6 months, it's like, okay, the in-game economy is going to be increased, but actually, you now need to pay for the service itself. I think people might have been like,
yeah,
maybe,
maybe.
possibly,
I don't care.
but then the campaign kind
I'm
of
not.
shite
Yeah.
the bed.
Fuck Halo Infinite.
Yes, I know. I know. I'm sorry. I had to bring up that
Yes. Uh.
smoldering fire.
Yes. Oh, dumpster fire.
I say that's why I said went with smoldering fire.
But bottom line is this: they need to change their model. They need to evolve. It's time. This is not
Mm,
sustainable.
it is
Um,
not. They
but
need to do something really to claw this back. So
I've long said, I've said it on this show many times, we are in a transition period anyway. Not just from consoles,
just generally,
just the whole, what is it, gaming, what is it, network? What is, no, echo,
the
ecology? What is it
ecosystem.
called? Ecosystem. That's it. I can never remember that word. The whole gaming ecosystem. We're now in a transition. So we need to see growth, progress, change.
Mm, I think it's a worrying state of affairs when you have to go and actually look at a checkpoint and a bullet point system to see which kind of tier you want,
Thank you, Mike.
which
That's
is
the word. That's the word I
you know,
meant.
which is what I said.
Yes.
But yeah, if you have to go onto an FAQ page to see what kind of subscription tier you want, that's not an easy way to entice people in who might be hearing about Game Pass and going, "Oh, that sounds interesting. Which one shall I go for?"
Yeah.
Well, you can have this tier that gets you absolutely nothing but
Yeah.
a few games, or you can get this one that gives you PC, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so it's been a mess, and
Yes.
I'm gonna put it out there. I'm sorry to say, people were talking about the praises again after that E3 showing in air quotes. I think I've lost faith in Phil Spencer and the management of
World
Microsoft. I'm
premiere.
really not sure that they should be running Microsoft or running Xbox games
I am going
after all
to.
the debacle they've had recently with the
I
Tango GameWorks and all that, and all of this, and keeping increasing prices.
look.
I think they're losing people, and I'm now on that fence.
I am a long time on this show Xbox fangirl. We know this. That is my position. And I have Father Phil. I have followed him and encouraged him and thought, oh, this year is the year that I went, no time, Father
Mm.
Phil, you gotta go. You gotta go, and the chicks gotta go, and everybody's gotta
Sarah
go.
Bond and
That Sarah Bond's gotta go. Matt
Matt
Booty's
Booty's got to
gotta
go.
go. Gotta go. It's time to go. Your time is done.
Yep.
And for me to say that, we are at it's time to go.
Yeah, it's a worry. It's bad when you've had your last terrible, console that came out, which wasn't helped by Why is it I can never bloody remember his name when put on the spot? Previous Don Matrick.
Oh, yes, yes, yes,
When Don
exactly.
Matrick screwed the pooch and went TV, 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 TV with Xbox One, it was
No.
bad. But then Phil Spencer came in and steadied the ship. He released the Xbox One X and that. Fine. Did a decent enough job. Got people starting thinking that Xbox was going back to normal. But the fact that you started the generation by barely having a game out on your brand new line of consoles,
Mm-hmm.
it was quite a bad thing. And that's not saying the PlayStation didn't do the same thing either, but It's been more notorious for
I was gonna
Microsoft
say
as well.
Microsoft is the leader, the forefront, the stalwart,
Mm.
and yeah, nope. It's time for new management. We gotta change it. We gotta change it.
But anyway, so let's
Yes, we'll move
go
on.
to
We'll move
the
on.
updating part of the story that's happened this week. We've got
Okay.
two pieces that have happened because,
Does anybody want to redeem some wine for me? I
yeah,
still have
because
two glasses.
look, everyone's favourite,
I still have two
because
glasses.
we heard about this particular entity a lot during the Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard,
Yes.
the FTC.
Oh, frick that cat.
The FTC have now come out again, and yes, so have discussed what we recently just talked about, because
Oh,
this is why
goodness.
I mentioned it, because there's been some updates. So let's go through the article. So
Ugh.
the Federal Trade Commission, or the FTC, has called Microsoft's recently announced Game Pass price rises
Uh,
exactly the sort of consumer harm it tried to stop by fighting the company's acquisition of Activision Blizzard.
I'm so over the FTC.
Following court victory. So anyway, we won't go through that. So the agency has continued to submit evidence while its appeal is considered. I forget that it was actually under appeal still.
Uh-huh.
I think everyone did.
Yeah, I did too.
And in a new filing on Thursday, it highlighted Microsoft's new Game Pass tiers, which includes a price increase for Ultimate and the standard tier that doesn't include day one prices or releases. Sorry. I'll go through this because there was actually an update to the story not long after that. So, quote, product degradation, removing the most valuable gains from Microsoft's new service, combined with price increases for existing users, is exactly the sort of consumer harm from the merger the FTC has alleged, it wrote. Microsoft price increases and product degradation, combined with Microsoft's reduced investments in output and product quality via employee layoffs, are the hallmarks of the firm exercising market power post-merger.
Rah!
The FTC's letter goes on to note that Microsoft's price increase coincides with adding Call of Duty to Game Pass's most expensive tier, and discontinuing the console tier will happen shortly before releasing COD's newest game. It notes that Microsoft promised that the acquisition would benefit consumers by making Call of Duty available on Game Pass on the day it was released on console, with no price increase for the service based on the acquisition. The agency concludes that claiming that Microsoft's post-merger actions vindicate its earlier skepticism of promises it made regarding Game Pass. Previously, the FTC alleged that Microsoft's decision to make mass layoffs earlier this year contradicted previous statements it made in court about how it planned to run the Xbox business if it acquired Activision Blizzard. And Microsoft's lawyers responded to the FTC's claims, saying its factual assertions are incomplete and misleading. Anyway, carrying on. So there was an update that was added
Okay.
to this story. Let me have a look at when this was.
'Cause
So
I
a day
got
later,
stuff to
actually.
say. Mm-hmm.
So Microsoft has responded stating it's wrong to call its service degraded. Anyway, we may get onto that.
Yeah. So,
So
mm-hmm.
anyway,
Go ahead.
I'm going to make note of the fact that those people who were listening to the podcast, please listen on Spotify and everywhere else, because you probably already are.
Yes.
Kylie was making a lot of very rude gestures during the time of doing
I
that, such as
was.
sticking her fingers up in the reverse V.
Yes. Victory. Victory. Yay.
No, the British rude version,
Yes,
or
it's
to
true.
you Americans, flipping the bird.
Yeah. Pretty much the equivalent.
Yes,
I'm not a fan of the FTC. They are pretending to be for the consumer while absolutely not being for the consumer. It is a
yes,
bluff, and you can see it 5 miles away. It's like
of
huge.
course.
Um, what they are doing is, as we've stated it so many times, we had the emails from the Epic versus Apple trial thing, but
Yes.
they gave us a little insight into other inner workings, because it wasn't just Epic versus Apple emails that we got our hands on. We got
No,
our
there
hands
was
on a
Microsoft, there was
bunch.
Nintendo, there was.
Yeah, it was a treasure trove. I loved it.
It was great.
Yeah, it was really great. And the FTC is not on the side of the consumer; they're on the side of Sony. Big time Sony proper uppers, which is weird because Sony's a Japanese company and Microsoft's an American company. Doesn't
Yes,
matter.
but the Sony has a lot of American subsidiaries,
Yeah,
including Columbia Pictures and people like that are under the Sony banner.
very true. And they've never recovered from the fact that Microsoft, first of all, as everyone knows, the FTC was involved in the Microsoft Activision acquisition. They were very against it. And then they were very against the idea that COD might not be available on PlayStation and stuff like that. So I almost feel, just my opinion, actually, Denker says, to put it
We'll get
politely.
to that. We'll get to that. Get to that.
Okay.
Continue your point.
Yeah, but anyway, I almost feel like this is a revenge tactic. This is not pro-consumer. This is pro-Sony. And I can't get behind that. Not because I'm against Sony. I'm not. Yes, I'm an Xbox fangirl, but I'm also video game fangirl. I'm always
Hmm.
going to be for the video games. This is not pro-consumer. This is pro-Sony, is how I feel.
I'm actually going to completely disagree with you here.
Okay, that's fine.
Funnily enough, I'm not going to say that they're not on the side of Sony. They did take Sony's side more than anything during the trial.
Yes.
However, I think the two things stand on either side of this. Yes, they might be more favouring Sony,
Okay.
correct.
Yes.
But
I
however,
would
in
say
this
yes.
instance, and it fucking absolutely pains me to say it,
Uh-huh.
I actually agree with the FTC on this one. You cannot turn around during a court battle saying what Microsoft have said for there not to be ramifications after the fact when they have completely gone against the word which they said under oath.
Yeah, well, that's what Danker's saying. So you're.
Oh, I know. That's
Yeah.
why I thought we'd come back to it because I
Yeah.
thought actually because Danker to put it politely, F Microsoft. He put fudge, but I just thought. You state to all regulators, no price rises. You cannot say otherwise. This isn't a coincidence. That is correct because even the fact that when they said with the Activision Blizzard acquisition, we won't change anything, we won't do anything differently, people's jobs won't be on the line. Look what's happened. A lot of staff from Activision Blizzard were made redundant and fired not long after the acquisition. Tango Gameworks has gone. Arcane Austin's gone. They have shelved several projects.
Yeah.
Ninja Theory are probably might be next on the chopping block because
I'm pretty sure they are.
Hellblade 2 Senuous Sacrifice or Senuous Saga, sorry, was according to the charts didn't do too well.
Yeah.
So things are not looking very rosy for Microsoft. And they might be $1 trillion company, but Microsoft is the $1 trillion company, not Xbox. Xbox is a subsidiary of Microsoft.
Now that is
and
very
if Microsoft doesn't see any profit and growth from that, what are they going to do? They're going to make cuts.
That is actually very true. I still am not. I can't say that I'm backing the FTC because I really do feel that they are pro Sony. But I see both you and Danker's points, and I think that those are valid points.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it makes me feel dirty and gross to agree with the FTC, but you know what they say: a broken clock can be right twice a day.
That's right. Yes, it's true. That's what they say.
So yeah, and you got to remember, you got to see nuance and sort of stuff like that. Like with each situation, you can't just go in blindly and go, "I hate the FTC, I hate Microsoft, I hate Sony," because
that's the thing. I mean,
I hate Jeff Keighley. Because sometimes they will subvert expectations and do something that completely surprises you.
It's true. Like I do have completely what's called black and white thinking or concrete thinking. I'm either yes or
Mm-hmm.
no. So it is funny because I will come in and say like I'm against the FTC. But both you and Danker make valid points. Um, and then let's see. Nana says also yeah, Playground and Turn 10 are the only immune ones because Forza is a thing. Yeah, for now. For now.
Correct, but Forza Motorsport
Mm.
also didn't do particularly well,
Which is so
and it's
shocking because it was
I know, and
it was such a good game.
oof,
Well,
highly
I thought
disappointing to
it.
me.
Okay, yes, okay. Well, I thought it was a decent game
No, it was decent, but
for what it is.
I think the Horizon series is probably more my bag than simulation
Yeah,
racing.
you
But
have said
but
that
you have to
before. You have said that.
remember how much time, effort, a whole new
That's
engine
the
they
thing.
and spent the
Yes.
money um to do it. So
Oh, I
to
like
come
what
out the
Brent
way
says.
that it did was not ideal. Let's say.
Brent says it may be good one day.
Yeah, one day when it's
Ah,
Forza
yep.
Motorsport 2, possibly.
And exactly, Nana says. I mean, you can make another one easily. That's the point of those games. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, fair point.
Yeah.
But the problem is that we don't know what Turn 10 are currently doing. They might still be incrementally working on Forza.
Yeah.
And we know that Playground are doing Fable, or one team at least is doing Fable. We
Ah!
don't know if they're working on Forza Horizon 6
I do want to talk
as
about
well.
some of that in a bit. But Pete, you said you had like giddy news. Did you?
Oh, well, that was
That was
that was
it?
the Joy-Cons. No, that was the
Oh,
Joy-Con
okay.
one. So let's carry on anyway, because things got
Yes.
potentially a little bit more bickery, let's say.
Yes.
Um, so Microsoft have responded to the FTC's claim that it recently announced Game Pass price increases are
Mhm.
harming consumers. So in a court filing, well, we won't
Oh.
go over that.
See, I don't
Anyway,
as much as
we,
I'm pro consumer, and I am pro consumer. As we all know, I'm a socialist at heart. A Trotskyist socialist, by the way. I'm pro consumer, but price increases are pretty much needed right now. I would say. But go ahead, Pete.
are they when there's a quote cost of living crisis?
That's
There's a lot
what
of other stuff going on.
that's
You
what I'm
know, I
thinking
know it
though.
affects businesses as much as anyone, but
It does. I mean, they have to try and keep. They don't want to cut jobs. They're gonna have to bring in more money.
I could say a lot about that, but let's carry on for now.
Okay,
Let's carry
okay,
on for
okay.
now. I'm going to skip a bit of this because I want to go
Oh,
back to because that's just recapping.
yes.
So responding to the FTC in its own filing on Friday, Microsoft said it's wrong to call its offering degraded, since the standard tier is allegedly replacing Game Pass for console offering, which did not include online multiplayer. Earlier this month, Microsoft announced changes to its gaming subscription service, Game Pass, to provide consumers valuable options at different price points. It says Microsoft is offering a new service tier, Game Pass Standard, which offers access to hundreds of back catalog games and multiplayer functionality for $14.99 per month. It is wrong to call this a degraded version of the discontinued Game Pass for console offering, but it is because it doesn't include day one games. Idiots. That discontinued product does not offer online functionality. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
which had to be purchased separately for an additional $9.99 per month.
Ooh.
That is not true. It actually did. Anyway, while Game Pass Ultimate prices will increase from $16.99 to $19.99 per month, the service will offer more value through many new games available day and date. Among them is the. Oh, this just sounds like Jesus Christ! This just sounds like advertisement.
Yes.
Um, Among them is the upcoming release of Call of Duty, which has never been available on the subscription day and date. Microsoft
Ah.
goes on to claim that the FTC is trying to shift focus to the subscription market now that Microsoft has alleviated regulatory fears that it would make Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox, and claimed that it is common for business to change service offerings over time. I can't disagree with that though.
Yes.
Quote, the FTC barely mentioned subscription at trial. It did. Instead focusing on the theory that Microsoft would withhold Call of Duty from Sony's console. That is also true though.
Yeah.
The district court correctly rejected that theory, which is now further eroded by Microsoft and Sony's 10-year agreement to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, a contract Sony was thrilled to enter, mostly because you felt like you had to win your case.
Yes.
If they didn't, look, let's be honest, if they felt like they could get that through by keeping it exclusive, they wouldn't have signed that agreement.
I am going to agree with you, Pete, believe it or not.
Quote, while the FTC has now shifted its focus to its alleged subscription market, its letter does not map onto the arguments below. Actually, they did talk about the subscription because do you remember they mentioned GeForce Now?
Yes.
And their opposition to it, actually. Funny that.
It's
I
true.
think there's somewhat a bit of misremembering or casual blanking on the facts here.
There you go.
Because it fits a narrative.
Yes.
Setting aside that it's common for businesses to change service offerings over the time, the FTC case in all its alleged markets has always been premised on vertical disclosure that Microsoft will withhold Call of Duty from rivals and therefore harm competition. But even in the alleged subscription market, Call of Duty is not being withheld from anyone who wants it, and there remains no evidence anywhere of harm to competition. Sony's subscription service continues to thrive, even as they put few new games into the service day and date, unlike Microsoft. But they advertised that fact that they weren't going to do that.
Meow. So catty.
They said from at the outset that first-party titles will not be going to that service immediately.
That's true.
And yet Microsoft have turned around and said, day and date on Game Pass. But not this tier.
Yeah, I do think that, okay, they shouldn't have done that. I'm going to agree with that.
Microsoft don't help themselves when they constantly feel like they have to dig their own goddamn hole.
But that's what I'm saying. It's time for a management change. Just think that it's time for a management change.
100%.
It's time. Old guard needs to go. We need a new guard in. A new thriving, woo.
No, honestly, I'm not sure how much this is really going to change anything. I think this is rooted deep in the fact, and I didn't mention this earlier, that Microsoft as an entity and quite a lot of other different companies now are solely hinging on subscriptions because they want that recurring monetary, recurring monthly payment or recurring annual payment for people to potentially forget about.
That's what
Netflix does it.
Yes.
Disney Plus relies on it, even though Disney Plus has not been profitable the whole time until now.
Yeah.
Nearly 5 years later.
It's crazy. But
they've only just turned a profit in nearly just under 5 years.
Which is shocking. But I mean,
but it also doesn't help that they pay themselves for their own goddamn movies as well to fudge their balances. That don't help.
Yes, it's very
idiots.
True. But yeah, that even like a lot of iOS apps rely on that, which is very annoying. Very annoying. I want to buy a product and own it outright. I don't want to do a monthly subscription fee.
Yes, Adobe. I would love to have an actual paid version of Adobe Audition I can use without updating, and not keep raising the goddamn price.
Right.
Every goddamn year.
Exactly.
This podcast costs me money every month. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we have yet to turn a profit, which is not a phrase that has ever come out of my mouth in about 20 years.
No, but we don't do this to turn a profit. We do this for enjoyment. But it is just another fact of the matter is that if you wanted to do this kind of thing on a budget, yes, there are ways of doing it, but we clearly don't.
Yes, we're doing it at the top quality. There you go.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, well, I was trying to sell it, Pete.
Ease of use, let's say. Ease of use.
Okay, there you go. Does anyone want to redeem my last glass of wine? Because I have one more glass.
God damn it.
Yes, but do you have any more stories?
I don't. I can go for a couple if we can find
We've
them.
only been on for an hour.
It's been an hour, so yeah. We can.
But I just think that I'm rehashing what I've already said, but I'm going to say it again. Microsoft, especially. But I also am going to include Netflix and Disney in this or whatever. They need to evolve. We're in a different state now. We're not in lockdown anymore. We've evolved.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to change their parameters. They've got to evolve. They've got
Yep.
to change. And I would like to
Agreed.
see that. Because Danker said, I would agree 10% would have been acceptable for an increase, but this is 20%.
Yes.
I kind of see the point. But when everything else is increasing, then you kind of think, "Oh, I'll increase with that." I know that,
Yes, but you.
that's a business mentality. That's purely me coming at it as a businesswoman. That's
I
not
know,
representing.
but you can't expect people to increase 20% when they've just literally chopped a couple of major studios and removed
I mean,
probably a vast majority of, I'll say vast, a huge number of staff as well.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Um, but even in my own business, I've had to increase it 20%. I've had to.
Yes, but you're a one-person
I
entity.
am. Yeah. Yeah.
This is a multi-billion, trillion-dollar corporation with
Yes.
several
Yes.
subsidiaries all around the globe.
This is true.
This is what I
You're
didn't
not
want.
wrong.
This is what I wasn't going to mention until now. There is one very easy thing you can do.
Uh-huh.
Remove CEO bonuses for cutting
Yes.
staff.
That is something like, even though technically my title is CEO, I am always very, very attuned to different, like CEOs of different companies or whatever. Um, and Pete's not wrong. The bonuses are a freaking joke. I had to watch my language there. Are
I
a
know.
freaking joke. Yes, I get a bonus from my own company, obviously. I would say it's a probably 10-15% bonus. These guys are doing like 300% bonuses. That's insane to me. That's a whole department that they're getting in a bonus. You know what I mean? Like, that's I am stunned. I am sitting there stunned as a person who is very lucky, and I have made tons of money. I cannot fathom how these people accept these bonuses and just go on like, well, of course I'm going to get 300% bonus. What is wrong with you? Because that is taking from your company. That is taking from the company profit. So
Hmm.
I can't support that. I mean, yes, you can argue, oh, Kylie's on the side of business. I am, to an extent. I am. Like I said, I'm a Trotskyist socialist. So yes, I am on the side of business. But I'm not on the side of business to where it's gutting the company. That
Mm.
doesn't make sense to me. There are companies who have shut down while the CEO has gone off with a 300, 400% bonus. I
Yep.
can't support that. I can't. That's insane. That's insane.
Mm.
No.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway, got a couple more stories
Yes,
because
do that. I'm going to
one
go
I
ahead.
spec.
I'm redeeming my
Go
own
on.
glass of wine.
Okay. Well, one I specifically want to discuss because I thought this was interesting and it helps to validate a theory I had about
Ooh.
something else.
Okay. Well.
Because this was recently announced at Evo
Oh, yes.
this
There you go, Pete.
weekend. Because may not be as played by most,
Right.
but seems to be enjoyed by some. SNK has
Oh,
re-released its
okay.
classic fighting game crossover SVC Chaos for PC via Steam,
Okay.
and the Switch and PS4 versions will arrive July 22nd, so
Okay.
tomorrow, or today as you listen to this, the audio version.
Mm-hmm.
So SVC Chaos was originally released in the arcades in 2003 with PS2 and Xbox ports arriving later. It was never previously released for PC or Nintendo platforms.
Right.
So it does include a roster of 36 characters over various SNK series, mainly King of Fighters. Why the hell they wrote this wrong? And Capcom. They put in the article King of Fighterers.
There you go, Pete.
Hilarious. And Capcom, mainly Street Fighter. Obviously, there's a few other exceptions in there. It's a game that is notorious for once again having Zero being top tier in every game he's in.
Also, I agree with Brent.
Anyway, so this version includes new rollback netcode and tournament modes, as well as
Ooh,
a
your
hitbox
favorite.
viewer and gallery mode featuring 89 key artworks,
Pete loves
which is
that.
great.
Yep.
I do. So speaking to VGC last year, the producer behind SNK's biggest franchises claimed that there is interest from all sides in reviving the SNK versus Capcom series.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Uh-huh.
so like I said, this helps me to validate the theory that SNK and Capcom were working on something else,
Yes.
not just
Okay.
this. And
Right.
I'm still gonna hold it very, very true to the fact that obviously with Mai and Terry coming to
Uh-huh.
season 2
Yes.
of
Yes.
Street Fighter 6,
Yes.
SNK versus Capcom and Capcom versus SNK 3 are going to happen at some point in the next few years.
I am going to agree with Pete, and I'm not even like into all that, and I even think that.
And it's also the fact that Guro or the new Guro or Fatal Fury game is coming out next
Yes,
year as
that's
well.
right. Yes.
SNK are now on the rise much more so than they have been in the last few years. Whilst I don't agree with their principal owners, they have been making strides in making a huge return to the fighting game sphere over the last 5 years. They've had Samurai Showdown, they've had new
Oh,
King of
wow.
Fighters games, they've had
Yes.
re-releases of basically all the Capcom, the old SNK versus Capcom games, including the Neo Geo Pocket version coming out
Oh,
on the
right.
Switch a few years ago. Yeah, this is a blossoming, a re-returning of a partnership that they had back in the early 2000s before Playmore got involved, and
Yes.
I'm very, very happy about this because I think a lot of people have wanted to see a Capcom versus SNK 3 for years, and
Yeah.
obviously because of SNK's troubles, has always been
Yeah.
out of reach.
Yeah. That's very true.
Yeah, like I said, if you didn't know, SNK are actually owned by the Saudi Public Investment Fund, and I don't agree with that whatsoever.
I know.
But they
Well,
appear to be funding some good games, which is a
there you
shame.
go.
Anyway,
But let's see. Brent says but I think they're walking a fine line with their agreement with the FTC, particularly COD Day 1. Talking about Game Pass
yeah,
Ultra.
because he said personally, I find Game Pass Ultimate worth it. I
I
still
do
haven't
too.
changed my subscription,
Yeah, I
and I'll
haven't
probably
either.
re-up it, but that's because I like how the availability of the games to play.
But you
But
know
I
what?
don't agree with the price increase, and I don't agree with the wording in which they've done all of this.
You know what's funny? Since I've started streaming games, again, I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Come join me.
Hmm.
Uh, but I have found myself. I thought I would be more Game Pass Ultimate because that's the tier that I subscribe to.
Yep.
I'm actually finding myself more playing Epic games and Steam games.
Yeah.
So now I'm kind of reconsidering, like, is it worth it? I still feel like it's worth it right now, but there's
Hmm.
so many options available to everyone,
Yeah.
which
But
harkens back to what I was saying. They need to evolve because I haven't even looked at Game Pass Ultimate games yet. I have not even looked at
yeah.
them. I'm still on Steam.
No, to be honest, I keep my Ultimate subscription open because of the fact that with PC, it just gives me a whole new avenue of options
Yeah,
to play, especially when you've got things like City Skylines 2 on there, and
I do
even though
like
it's
that.
still not in a great state,
I know.
but Flight Simulator 2024 coming to it as well, it does
Yeah.
mean that I can try and melt my graphics card.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just nice to have the option. But I did say in the main story, I am strongly considering GeForce Now at times.
Yeah, absolutely. Nana says, yeah, on the plus side, they are back to the 90s in terms of games.
Capcom definitely are, and SNK definitely are, which is always a plus because, yeah. And it was also coming off the back of, I didn't even get to really talk about this too much,
Oh,
but
what's
the
that?
the Marvel vs. Capcom
Oh, yes.
game that got announced as well, and it's
Yes.
proving once again, I think Marvel vs. Capcom 4 actually could happen as well.
It could. I don't see why it wouldn't, to be honest.
What you mean the campaign that was done by Maximilian Dude of what was it, free MVC2?
Yes.
That actually finally got vindicated when they announced that collection.
Yes.
Holy crap! I've wish listed that on
I know
Steam.
you
I want
have.
to buy every copy of that.
I am not
No,
surprised at
no, I
all.
don't. I don't do this many times, but I will be buying that game on Steam, absolutely. But I will also be buying a physical copy of that game on PS4
I'm not surprised.
and maybe Switch as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not surprised in the
I
least.
just want to own it. I
I
just
know
want to hold it in my hands. Even though, and I'm gonna say this, I don't care. Well, I don't even like Marvel 2. I don't even really like it that
I
much.
mean, okay, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is the best, as we know. I do like.
It's not Ultimate is the better version, but hey, MVC 3 is good.
Yes. Um. Yeah. No, that's quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
So we've got one more story to cover,
Okay.
and this one is solely just for one particular person in our chat. So here you go, Brent.
Woo!
Warframe 1999 release window confirmed at
Warframe.
TennoCon 2024. There was several
Warframe.
other announcements. I'm not too sure what else I can
Yeah.
cover. Apart from, I've got one other thing that I can add. So let's go through this anyway. So Warframe 1999 will release this winter Digital Extremes as announced. The expansion will feature a voice cast including Final Fantasy XVI's Ben Starr, as well as Resident Evil 4's Nick Apostadius, will require players to play through the game's existing content in order to access it. Digital Extremes plans to reveal an onboarding plan for players interested in the expansion closer to launch.
There you go.
So, Warframe 1999 will feature an in-universe boy band, complete with newly
Oh my
composed music.
gosh. What?
The game's soundtrack will be released on Spotify and Apple Music on Sunday, and the expansion will also feature the game's first romance quest.
What? Brent, are you kidding me? Is this time for me to jump onto Warframe?
Brent, I'm getting to that.
Oh gosh. Brent
So,
has been asking us to, let me just say, Brent has been asking us to jump onto Warframe for 3 years.
yes, I know.
Cuz we got stuck in Destiny and then things happened and
Yes.
we didn't go to
And then
Warframe.
Halo
It's
Infinite
shame. And
happened,
then
and that
that was
flopped.
it. Halo Infinite happened. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
anyway, I'm going to go through this as well because TennoCon also showed. So, Warframe Studio Digital Extremes has held its first Soul Frame
Yes.
dev stream.
I remember Brent saying
During
that in
which it
my stream.
debuted new gameplay. So the game, which currently doesn't have a release date, has gradually invited players to Soulframe Prelude, an early access
Oh
experience
my
that
gosh.
introduces the world.
Oh my gosh.
Right, so, quote, the closed testing we've been doing with our community has been so impactful. We've learned a ton, and we continue to listen and learn each day, said
Oh,
Soulframe
that's
creative
great.
director Jeff Crooks.
That is so
Um,
good.
We're hoping to open this up to a lot more players this fall.
Ooh.
Everything is still rough around the edges, but that's part of our style. The feedback is important to us, and we really do integrate it regularly.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
they also announced that a new ancestor is coming to the game, Verminia, the Rat Witch, and
Ooh.
can enhance the
I love
customization of
that.
cosmetics while also assisting in crafting potions, elixirs, and other bits as well. So I'm not
I love
pronouncing
Rat.
names. Uh, um, so an encounter with a massive armored bear was also teased.
Nice.
A new enemy, the Nimrod, was also shown during the gameplay presentation. So based on the name alone, because it's not obviously very subtle, let's say, I would imagine this is a Souls-like game. It's probably set in the Warframe universe to some degree.
Brent says if you watch TennoCon on Twitch, you could already have an AK as a teaser for 1999. I remember him saying that in my chat. So
Yes, well,
very good.
he did say that he pinged a message on the Rapid Reviews Discord channel for people who are interested in Warframe.
Yeah.
So Brent is our resident Warframe expert. I'm
Nice.
still pissed that that game won Game of the Generation, or Game of the Decade. Sorry,
It was
game.
worth it. It is still going, Pete. Can you believe
I
that?
I know it is, but
I
Undertale
know
has a very,
Undertale.
very, very, very lasting legacy too.
I agree. Like
And I'm not
personally,
pissed because I'm not pissed because Warframe is obviously
no.
done numbers. It's done really well. It's
Brent
kept going, and
Brent
it's a
made a
worthy
great
winner.
argument. Yeah.
It's a worthy winner, but I'm just pissed that it was my game that lost out to it.
But Brent made a fabulous argument for it, and it holds up. It does.
Oh, it
Uh,
does, yeah, and
yeah,
fair play to them. They've kept it going. So
yeah,
it might be, honestly, I think I might have to agree with you. It might be time to download. Because I
yeah.
think if I can get it running really well on my PC, which I probably shouldn't see
I
any
should
reason
too.
why, I probably should give it a go.
I really should because I'm not gonna lie, I do miss Destiny. But Destiny's quality has degraded, as we know.
Yes. Brent, can you pop it in the chat if you've got a moment? If it is on Steam, or you can find out, is it verified for the Steam Deck?
Ooh,
Hmm.
very
Anyway,
good.
we'll leave that lingering there whilst
Okay,
we wrap up everything.
we'll wrap up this part, but do stick around because we do like to do a post show where we chat with our chat. That did not come out right, but yes, we're going to
Where
chat
we
with our
chat
chat.
with our chat.
Yes, exactly. But for this portion, we thank you so much for joining us. Pete, where can they find you out on the interwebs?
They can find me on several different places where I am managing, but
Sure.
just barely by a thread.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Rapid Reviews Radio Twitter,
Yes.
whatever you want to call it these
Sure.
days. Um, Barely. That's our radio pod. But you can also find me on another podcast. Shock horror, I do other podcasts. That is terrible news, I know. But
Shocking.
actually, it fills your niche because if you like movies and TV shows
Yes.
of a Marvel variety, or everything else too, I am over at the Never Watchers with my friend Kurt Lewin. We have recorded the Dune episode, and that was with Gadget
Ooh.
from Modern Escapism,
Oh yes, love
the
Gadget.
resident
Love Gadget.
the resident Dune expert.
Yes.
We It is currently being edited as we speak. Well, not right this
Excellent.
second, but it is in the process of edit. It's been a lot tougher this time around than previously, so it should be out this coming week, but I will let you know when it comes
Excellent.
out.
No, that's great.
It's in the bag, though. It's been in the bag.
Hmm. Um,
So, Kylie, what about you? Where can they find you in your
believe
miscreants
it.
and misgivings on Twitch?
Believe it or not, I'm actually on the interwebs again. It's been 7 months. No, it's been 12 months. I counted that wrong. I am back on the interwebs. You can find me on Twitch, but I don't post much. It's just going to be clips. At Kiley, Kiley underscore WILDE on X, Twitter, whatever the frick you want to say. But I have started a regular streaming schedule, which I do wish you would join me on. I'm a very lonely person, very lonely. So I thought streaming would help me not be help me be less lonely. Help me not be yeah. Uh, I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I do some sneaky streams. But I'm scheduled for Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. You can follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/KILEY underscore WILDE. Mondays I do FPSs. Wednesdays I do weird games, and Fridays I do frightening games. Woo! And I'm always open to suggestions. come join my bevy of hatchlings, because we're in the dragon cave. So if you join us, you become a hatchling. I'm the queen dragon. And I am trying my hardest to get to 50 followers. I am getting ever so close. Inching by inching. Because that will make me affiliate, and I get to do really cool things once I hit affiliate. But actually, really, I just want you to come join me. I'm lonely. Come talk to me. I will talk to you about anything, and everything. Is absolutely free to discuss. and and I would love to see you there. So that's again twitch.tv/Kiley KLEY underscore WILDE, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And then, like I said, keep your eyes open for sneaky streams, because when I'm feeling really sad and lonely, I just like to stream.
Fair play.
Yeah.
And to those who are interested and those who are wanting to play Warframe, yes, it is verified for Steam Deck.
Yes.
Guys, you're not helping. I know I asked, but it's not
Uh,
helping.
Princess, when's the Warframe stream? Tomorrow is shooter day, right? You know, that's a very good point. I will take a look at it. I'm gonna say this: Warframe will definitely be one of the Monday streams. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, because I kind of plan out my streams ahead of time. But you're not wrong. I am gonna put Warframe up there, because that's what I do. FPS is on Monday.
Yes.
And Brent says, if both of you start Warframe, then we can have an RR group with us and Mike that downloaded it this morning. That would be
Yeah.
great. Um,
With everything that's going on in over the next few months, I'm not sure how much time I can dedicate, but I
that's true.
will try and get on and get the onboarding done at least. If we do jump on, I'll let you know.
Yep. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. Please stick around for us at www.twitch.tv/Reviews, because we like to do an after show. It's so much fun.
Where we get to drink and cuss and swear and all that
Yeah,
sort
that's
of
right.
good stuff.
My favorite. It's my favorite. Although I'm a full bottle of wine in, almost. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us. So I will say we will see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Free Capcom versus SNK2.
Thus ends the podcast portion and starts the after show portion.
Two
That
secs.
Okay, yeah, it'll be me. I'll just talk to all of you. It was a short episode this week. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. I know it was a lot of like
Shivering.
CEO talk. It was CEO talk a lot. But I do really get. Oh, thank you so much,
Thank
Nana.
you, Nana. Much appreciated.
Yeah, yeah. Boo, 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 boo.
We have great mods.
We do. I just gave them an applause. But I think I have a badum tisk too as well. Oh no, it didn't work.
But
My badum tisk didn't work. Does my belch work? Oh, there it goes. It was just slow. Um,
that one I could hear.
There you go. Yeah, I'm sure you could. And there's my evil laugh. Let's see. But yes, chat. We've still got a few minutes. Just let us know anything. Nana says, also, by the way, this tribe announcement has Lucy from Edge Runners in the season 4 pass.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'm still trying to decide between two games on Monday.
So is that Lucy from Cyberpunk Edge Runners?
That's what I assumed. So, Nana, let us know. I'm going to drink my last. Yes.
It is. Ooh.
Okay, here we go. I'm finishing off my last glass.
You've now piqued my curiosity.
Ooh, very nice. Brent says, if you don't feel strongly about a starter Warframe, I recommend Excalibur. It's good all round and the same model as your character in 1999. Oh, very cool.
Okay. Well, like I said, I've got a lot going on at the moment, so trying to find time for a live service game is not exactly good. When I'm pretty sure my mate at work, who's recently just upgraded PC is going to want to jump on Helldivers again.
Oh wow, yes. I probably will do eventually Helldivers. I'm trying to get Remnant 2 to work. I cannot get it to start for some reason, and I'm
Yeah,
a bit
look,
annoyed.
I'm having kind of problems with Helldivers in the fact that
Oh
it's
right, okay.
the optimization is a little bit funky, and
Yes.
and this is like the really annoying. I wouldn't say it's annoying, but this is one of the great things about Forza Horizon 4
Right.
is the unbelievable benchmark test that it has that it runs
Oh
on it.
right, right.
Oh, it is unreal. Right. It literally just runs through a whole race for you, basically, with graphics setting as high as possible and all that to see if you can
Right.
run it, and then optimizes it solely based on your system to make sure it runs at a steady FPS,
Right.
and it runs at steady 60 like the whole time. It's ridiculous.
Um well,
So having a benchmark test on some games like that would be really handy, but
see,
Helldivers doesn't appear to have that.
I have crap, what is it called? All my stuff is frick, I've actually forgotten the name of this brand. Which is like a very famous brand.
Nvidia.
Razer. No, Razer. All my
Oh, okay.
stuff is Razer, so I have this Razer like
Razor,
yeah.
Blazer,
Yeah,
and
there you go.
Taser.
I love American Gladiators. But no, I have this like it does a benchmark like every time it starts a
Yeah,
game and stuff like that. Sometimes I think it's good, but sometimes I think it's bad. Uh, and it tells me if it's like running in 60 FPS and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
Sometimes I think it slows it down. Like Pacific Drive, I think it slows it down. To be honest.
yeah. Sometimes they do, which is really quite annoying.
Not a big fan of that. Brent says Warframe missions are fast, at least. Good. 5 minutes or less for most game types. Assassination is usually around 90 seconds. Ooh, that's faster than Destiny, that's for sure. I
Yeah,
might do that.
they Destiny it takes a long time. By the
Yes.
way, right, this is terrible
Mm-hmm.
because I'm quite disappointed that I even considered this.
Okay.
When I was out in Essex, I went into a charity shop, and for
Right.
the first time in a very, very, very long time,
Uh-huh.
saw an actual physical copy of Destiny 2.
Oh my gosh.
And
How
I
much?
was so tempted to buy it.
How much was it? Just out of
Two
curiosity.
quid.
I would have bought it just
Yeah,
cause.
but it's the standard edition, isn't it? It doesn't have
Mm.
any of the DLC, anything like that. But to have an actual physical edition of that game is quite something.
Remember how crazy I was over Destiny? It's
Yeah, but for me, it would have been like, oh, great, now I actually feel like I have to play Destiny again. And that is a
uh,
hellscape I will not return
see,
to.
I love live service games. I was absolutely crazy about Destiny for various reasons. We know why. But it's very weird because I have not found a looter shooter that's even on the same level. Like, I did play Suicide Squad, but it's not even. No, it's nowhere near Destiny
Oh,
on
I
the
didn't
looter
even get
shooter.
to mention this in the news, but that game was going for free for 48 hours on Prime Day.
Oh my gosh, I don't blame. I'm not surprised. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's crazy. That's insane. That's
It
absolutely
was
insane.
bad. It was
Yeah.
bad.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like with Suicide Squad, the art is good. Uh, Brent says
Is
it's
it?
because you never tried. It is. No, the art is good. The story's good. The gameplay is
Is it?
crap. The gameplay is crap.
Well, I'm gonna contest with you that the story is good because that was bad. It was bad.
Digger says I picked up Prime as soon as I saw that.
I was tempted, and then I thought, do I really want to have that on my Epic
Look,
library? No.
I'm not gonna lie, I've enjoyed it, but I'm gonna be honest, I probably enjoyed it just because of the people I played it with, if that makes
Fair enough.
sense. Yeah.
Look,
Uh
I've enjoyed crappy games before in the past
yeah,
because I've
like
enjoyed playing them with the people
exactly.
that I've played them with. So fair enough, I can't argue
Yeah,
with that. But that was a stretch too far.
yeah. Like me and you playing Halo Infinite.
That was fun, but it was
Exactly.
shit.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh, it's so true. But yeah, like To be fair, I've really enjoyed Arc Runner, which I actually play with Danker. To be fair, um, that's actually quite fun. But it's weird because it's not a looter shooter in the traditional way. It's almost a Soulsborne type. I think I'm saying that right. Looter shooter. Danker says to note my Prime was free trial, so yeah, that was a saving. Oh yeah, absolutely. But I do like Arc Runner. I do want to suggest that to people. If you can get your hands on it. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it. And Pete's not sold on it.
Sorry, I missed that. I was in the
hmm
throes of editing something.
Danker says, "Oh yeah, if you consider that for a stream on a Monday, I'm happy to jump on with you." Yes, I probably will. I think I've got a game lined up for this Monday, but then I'm gonna plan out the rest of my month. So, yeah, might be doing that. Um, yes. I'm trying to think of anything else. I can't actually think of any games that are like really piquing my interest right now. Angerfoot, of course,
Hmm.
as you know.
I mean, I'm still not sold on the game. Like, I thought what I played of it was fun, but
It was
I just
so
need to see
fun.
what the controller support was like.
It does support controller now,
I know
100%
it
controller.
does, but yeah, I just want to see how it's mapped and how well it works. That's
Right. It's 21 quid. I'm not 100% sold on the price point just yet.
yeah, I think it's a little bit
It's still a
much.
little bit high.
I mean, the game's
Um,
probably isn't the game completable in like 2 hours?
yeah, it's pretty quick.
Hang
But
on, I'm gonna check the old reliable 2 secs.
also, when you have the mascot next to you and he slams his foot down on the cabinet next to you,
Oh, I mean that is hilarious. Don't get me wrong.
that terrified me. Oh,
Oh man, that's not even Jesus. That's
no,
not even much of a discount.
yeah.
18.89 on CD keys for Angerfoot. That's disappointing.
Mag says no 6 to 8 evening. By the way, evening, Mag.
Six, 6 to 8.
Yes. Um,
Am I missing something here? Hello.
hours,
Oh,
hours,
oh,
6 to 8 hours. So not two
oh. I
hours,
see.
6 to 8 hours.
Oh, right.
So
Okay. Sorry.
that
Jesus
makes
Christ. I'm
the
all over the. Yeah,
that
6 to 8 hour campaign for Angerfoot. Fair enough.
that makes the price point a little bit more bearable.
Yeah, it does make it a little bit more bearable, but I was
Yeah,
hoping it was going to be sub 15, like
yeah.
on CD keys. So then I might have considered it.
Uh, Danger says, yeah, I can confirm. Mike says, and it has two endings, so replayability, which is always a
I
good
mean, that's
plus.
helpful. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
definitely helpful
Absolutely.
for sure.
It's
It's great.
helpful as long as you don't have a guy next to you who slams his foot down on the desk while you're playing.
It's also helpful if you don't choose to do the same path every single time, Kylie.
Yes, but I do.
Well, that's the problem. I kind of do as well.
I know.
Like Forza Horizon 4, it was like, okay, well, I've just bought the game again. What do I do? Oh, I'm just going to pick the exact same first starter car. Brilliant.
There you go.
Idiot.
But I have to say, like, I do still very much think that Angerfoot is I mean 21 quid is I know that's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I still think it's worth it. 6 to 8 hours is
It's bearable.
I
More
yeah.
bearable.
Yeah, like I think if it was any less than that, I would be kind of like iffy. But 68 hours at 21 quid, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And it's replayability, which has two endings.
Yeah, can't argue with that at least. Definitely can't.
Yeah.
So it might be more considering. Like, it might be one of those ones that I wish list and then stick on the old stick up for purchase on a Steam sale or
I
something.
mean, there you go. Because I bought Hot Blood.
Mm.
Hot Blood. I don't remember how much it cost me. I think it was a fiver. It was a fiver. It was a fiver. I got 2 hours out of it. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't amazing either.
Mm.
It was 2 hours for a fiver. So And there's
£2.50 an
no,
hour.
yeah, there's no
You can't even get
replayability.
slave labour for that kind of money
Well,
these
there you
days.
go. There you go. Because I would if I could. Uh, but there's no replayability. Yeah, Dagger says it was in the middle. Yeah, exactly. Like, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't amazing. It was kind of eh. So if you had a scale of 0 to 10, I'd put it as 7.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, annoyingly, there was some news that came out earlier on today that
Okay.
the sequel to Grapple Dogs, the game that
I love
we played
Grapple
at
Dogs. Yes.
WASD, has been delayed slightly, but it's coming out in September.
Oh no. Okay. I loved Grapple Dogs. I loved it. It was so
Yeah,
good.
it was cool. I still need to pick up the first one actually, and I probably
So
should go and have a look at that now.
yeah.
I mean, it's not a major delay. It's just probably for about another month or so. But yeah, I can live with a slight delay. I
Yeah.
hope that it. I just want them to spend the time to get it up to scratch, like because that game felt really polished already, like, and I just hope it
Yeah.
comes out in a great state.
So good. Yeah.
I
Max
mean,
says.
Tiny Terry's
Oh,
Turbo Trip has
I
been out,
love
hasn't it? And
that.
Jesus, I need to buy it.
I love that so much. But yeah, Max says I can live with a slight delay. Nana says, "Oh, what a shame! I really love the Grapple Dogs demo. It's really good." Nana
Oh, it
says,
was fantastic.
"I played the other character Steam Next Fest, and she had a gun. That was great."
Yeah, yeah.
Very good. I liked Grapple Dogs. Obviously, I like Tiny Terry's because that was like I just turned it into GTA. Uh, I just
Of
did my own
course,
thing.
because
Uh,
that's the way to go.
yeah, exactly. And then what was the Devolver game with the like?
Oh, Cricket for the Ages.
No, where was the like tunnely thing?
Oh God, that I can't remember what the name of the
I
game is.
can't
It's already
either.
out though, isn't it? So
Yes, it is, but I love that.
the mining platformer one, wasn't it?
No, not Lucky Squire. It was a mining game. It was like a thing, and it was really cool. I just really liked it. Oh yeah, I can give that a thumbs up on that. Yeah.
Pepper Grinder.
Ah, Pepper Grinder. That was it. I really enjoyed that very
That was really
much.
fun, but yeah, and be another one that I'll have a look at and see
Yeah.
if I can
Yeah. Absolutely.
get it.
Yeah. So I can't fault like Devolver for their releases. I really have enjoyed the stuff that they're putting out. Obviously. Uh Dagger says, "Oh, my mistake. It's Plucky Squire. Squire was only one letter off." Yeah, so you just left the P off. um but yeah, let's see. We are sitting at what is this? July? What frickin' Oh, I can cuss. What fucking month are we in?
Uh, Nearly at the end of it.
July, right?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay, so we're about to go into the Q3, aren't we? Q3? Yeah, it's Q3.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to be getting some really, really, really good games out. Q3 and Q4, I think, are going to have our best games of the year, I think. Because, fuck the last few months. It's been crap. I'm sorry, but it has. I'm just going to say that right now. So hopefully we'll be getting some really good games coming out. And stuff. And things. Pete's editing the show, by the way. So chat, yes, tell me
Sorry,
everything.
I'm putting out the tweet actually.
Yeah, I know. But tweet, frickin' heck, chat. What do you want to talk about? Well, we've got a few minutes on our hands. Yeah, Dagger says, yep, the dry spell is coming to an end. Yeah, I think we're heading into, I mean, obviously, Outlaws. I'm so looking forward to Star Wars Outlaws. 100%. I still can't believe, and I say this every time, I still can't believe Ubisoft has put out the strongest games at the beginning of the year, is putting out the strongest games at the end of the year. An Ubisoft game might actually win Game of the Year. And I love that. I
Don't
absolutely
count on
love
it.
that. I know. I think it will.
Don't count on it.
Between Star Wars Outlaws and what's the other one? Mirage. I think we got a
Yeah, you mean
chance.
Assassin's Creed? Yeah,
Mirage, yeah.
yeah.
I think we got a chance. And the fact Beyond Good and Evil 2 is not dead, yes, which I have stated on this show.
Everything. Oh, Nana, everything is beating Rebirth. Fuck that game. Fuck Rebirth. Fucking piece of shit. Sorry.
Yes, I have stated on this show that Beyond Good and Evil 2 was never going to come out. But I also said that about Skull and Bones. I said it was never going to come out. I've said that for 3 years now.
I haven't played Sands of Time yet,
How did it
Mag.
come out?
Sorry.
But that's the thing, Pete. Sands of Time is a solid game.
2026. 2026 is coming out. Does he mean Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown?
Yes. Denker says, I'm happy. Nana said, I thought that game was dead once. Ansel, exactly, Nana. Ansel left,
Michelle.
and there was, however you say that, whatever.
Yeah,
There
Michelle
was,
Ansel.
fur. Max says, no, the Sands of Time remake that they announced like 10 years ago. Oh, yeah, which is now coming out in 2026. Yes,
I
that
know.
one.
And also I have no proclivity to care because I never
Yeah,
played the original Sands of Time. I don't give a crap.
I
No
think
offense.
I think it's going to be amazing. And that's crazy to me because, as we've stated on this show many times, I've written Ubisoft off. Max says, yeah, that's what I'm saying. No one asked for it.
Ah, right, okay.
I have written Ubisoft off on this show many times. This year, they have gone above and beyond. Because we got Prince of Persia that came out at the beginning of the year, and it's amazing. We've got Star Wars Outlaws, and we've got Assassin's Creed's Mirage. I'm telling you, Ubisoft has an actual chance of winning Game of the Year.
Yeah, fine. I mean, I'm interested in Mirage. It's still very hard for me to get interested in Outlaws when I just do not give a flying fuck
But
about
it's
Star Wars anymore.
amazing. But it looks amazing. It
I don't
seems.
care about Star Wars anymore.
I
I
do
couldn't
now.
give a shit. Disney have butchered the fuck out of that franchise,
I
and
know.
I'm now at the apathy stage of I'm not willing to pay Lucasfilm any money. No
I get that.
thanks.
I get that. But Danker says the Indie Prince game too, if only published by Ubisoft. Yes. Nana says, I do wonder how cheap the original remake of Sense of Times would have been, and also how much it would have sucked.
It should have been.
Yes.
They should have released the original version.
No,
Would have been
Danker
funny.
says Ubisoft are on the comeback. I actually believe this. I believe that this year, people know, if you've been following this show, if you've been watching this show for 3 years, you know I am not an Ubisoft fangirl. This year, Ubisoft has proven themselves over and over and over. I get that the year's not out, but the Prince of Persia game was amazing. Okay, it was pretty good. Amazing is probably pushing it, but it's pretty dang good. I think Star Wars Outlaws is going to be flippin' amazing, and I think that Assassin's Creed Mirage is going to take everyone by storm. Anna says, Pete, wall writing was not in the game originally. They were going to throw that studio under the bus. But yes. And I do think, I have said on here that Sands of Time was not coming out. I said Beyond Good and Evil 2 was not coming out. And I said Skull and Bones were not coming out. And look at me. I'm eating my hat. Because it did come out. Was Skull and Bones that great? No. No. Is Beyond Good and Evil 2 going to be good? I kind of don't think it will be.
Oh yeah, it is Shadows. He's correct.
Oh, frick, yes. Okay, also, Kylie, do you mean AC Shadows? Because Mirage came out in 2023. Yes, thank you for correcting me. Yes, I said the wrong date. I do think it looks very amazing. I am very looking forward to it. But I have to say that I'm actually looking more forward to Star Wars Outlaws and then AC Shadows. But they're still pretty equal in my mind. Thinker says, I'm hoping, and I'm excited for the project. Hex game because that would be really cool and unique. Yes, very cool.
Mm.
Isn't it weird
Nana,
though?
Nana, I know Wall Running wasn't included in the original Towns of Time remake version, which is
Yes,
why I'm saying just bring that version out because it'll be funny to laugh at it.
but Pete, based on the history of this show, isn't it pretty cool that we are saying Ubisoft has a chance to get Game of the Year? I mean, you have to admit that that's pretty cool.
It's possible, but I wish they would get rid of those crappy, disgraceful tiers to which they release games.
Yes.
Oh, Ultimate version, play the game 3 days early for an extra 40 fucking quid. No.
Yes.
Oh, do we need some time savers for a single player game? Just don't forget that Ubisoft have crappy monetization
They do.
and predatory practices. I don't forget.
I know, but they've actually put out some really good games this year. I
Yeah,
think.
okay. Look, I'm not going to disagree that they've probably put some good playing games out, but we'll have to wait and see on Outlaws, and we'll have to wait and see on Shadows. I'm
Yes.
interested in Shadows. I'm quite tempted to buy it,
I'm
but the
very
time that it's coming out is a really bad time.
well, but isn't it coming out like holidays?
For me, it's a really bad
Oh,
time.
right. Because yes, for you, yes, I get that.
Yeah, for me personally,
Um,
it's a really,
yes,
really bad time where I don't have any time.
I get that. Then it says it's a weak year for games though, because Sony and Microsoft shit the bed. Yes, that's why I think it's insane that Ubisoft has like shot up above everyone else. And
Hmm.
Nintendo has a new console. Lol, yes.
Mm,
Max says I agree with Pete. The way they layer the tiers is not great. Well, there you go.
correct.
There you go.
Anyway, so let me read this tweet that I've just found, by the
Oh,
way.
ooh, okay.
My fellow Democrats is from Joe Biden, by the way.
Oh,
So there's an
what?
update from earlier.
What?
Decided not to accept the nomination and focus all my energies on my duties as president for the remainder of the term. My very first decision and party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president. And it's been the best decision I've made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year.
Well, there you go.
Well, they're fucked.
There's your political news from our
Well, they're fucked.
video game podcast.
Sorry, everyone. I think it's going to be a sweeping.
Oh
It's going to be a
gosh.
sweeping
Oh
victory
dear.
for Trump.
I know. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna think about video games and be
I
so
know. I just
happy.
wanted to see that because I
No,
wondered
that's
why that
fine.
was trending. So.
Yeah. But yes. Great. Biden was by force. You know what?
I think the fact is that Kamala Harris is not exactly the most popular vice president of all time under a very unpopular president.
Okay. So I want to talk, Pete, about video games. I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
politics.
carry on, carry on.
But yes. So do you have any game of the year kind of like forerunners yet? I know we're not quite there, but
Forerunners for the moment. Not a lot because there's not a lot I've actually played that's been brand new this year per se.
right?
Um, if we're including remakes, which I
Yes.
know we don't usually
We
include
don't usually,
remakes,
but yeah.
Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door is very high up there.
Right, of course.
Um, and one of the very few games that I've played new this year as well is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which fuck knows that getting nowhere near a game of the year for me. Fuck that game.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but there'll be a few other games that I'll play between now and the end of the year that I think could potentially make it. Um, I don't know though. I don't know because hang on, when did it come out? I'm
Oh
actually going to
gosh, here
check
we
this.
go.
Sorry, bear with me.
Here we go. And then it says New Star GP for best racing sports game. Very good. I
Oh
actually
Christ. Okay,
okay.
fine. There is one standout contender so far for me
Go
then.
ahead.
Helldivers 2.
There you go. Okay. I haven't played Helldivers 2 yet.
Oh, I fucking love Helldivers. It's so
I
much
should.
fun. It is so much fun. I reckon you'd absolutely love
I
it.
was gonna say it sounds like it's something that I would be 100% on board with, so I probably should play it.
It's complete chaos and it's so much fun. And because
Um,
people actually know what they're doing now, like missions are kind of can be a breeze, but
right.
still the friendly fire aspects and the community of it and what they do with it is just bloody funny.
Well, so far, now remember, we're halfway through the year. This does not mean it's going to be the same at the end of the year. But I'm still thinking, still wakes the deep. I think is how what it's called.
Mm.
The Scottish one that's on the oil rig.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm probably saying that wrong. So far that has been my game of the year. That does not mean it's going to be the game of the year, come November, December when we do our game of the year show. But right now, it's kind of the forefront. Brent says P3R game of the year for me.
Persona 3 Reload.
Persona 3. Yes, yes, yes. I've heard good things. I've heard very good things.
Yeah, I just haven't got the time to dedicate like 100 hours to it, or however much it is to a JRPG. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But I would love to play it.
Yeah. I am gonna be honest. I think when Star Wars Outlaws comes out, I'm not gonna
Hmm.
lie. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the one that takes the cake for me. I say that, and then I just think it's so funny that after all we've been through, that Ubisoft is gonna end up being one of my game of the year choices. Because it's either
Mm.
gonna be that or it's gonna be Shadows. I know. I just know me. I know my game style. I just know it's gonna be one of those two, and I find that hilarious. Brent says I think it's only an 80-hour completion. 80 hours is a
Oh,
lot.
I mean, it is a lot when I've got a wedding coming up. That's the
Oh my
problem.
goodness. Yes, that's
Oh yeah,
quite a
Jesus
bit.
Christ! If they can, look, honestly, if they can deliver on this, right? I think there are. I'm just looking at uh, I'm looking at my Steam wish list actually, and there are several games on here that I think could end up being on that game of the year list.
I mean, yeah.
So Slope Crashers, if they can release in Q3, like they're supposed to be, could get very high up there if the online multiplayer is excellent to it.
Also, I mean, I know Pete's got a wedding, so we've got to deal with that. But we do have a very interesting plan for our game of the year
We do, yeah, but
show.
we'll figure that out nearer the time
Yeah,
anyway.
so stay
I'm
tuned
gonna
for
go through a
that.
few of these. Angerfoot could, if it's good, I could
It
see that getting
could,
up
it
there.
could.
But I still need to play Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip,
Oh, it's so
so
good.
fully. So I think that's gonna probably go up
Yep.
there as well. But I do think that Grapple Dogs could make it very high on that list too, because I really liked what I played with it.
Grapple Dogs is great.
If
Yeah.
it's solid and it performs really well, I think I'm going to put it on the list because you know me and a
Oh
platformer, I'm
yeah, go
such a
for it.
sucker for them. I'm
Nana says,
such a sucker.
I know. Nana says, I would say my game of the year is Virtua Unlimited Project. It's really good Mega Man like game based on VTubers. Oh, very cool. I actually know some VTubers. Finally. Uh,
Uh, Also, Nano
yes.
Apostle that we played at WSD needs to come out this year as well because that game
Yeah,
was freaking fun.
definitely. There was lots of games at WSD that I was
Oh, I know
very,
there were so many good ones,
mhm,
so many.
very, very good.
God damn it.
Surprisingly, at TwitchCon, there was not that many new games. Like I said, we played more retro games. To the point where,
Mm.
I lost my phone and we continued to play retro games. But so I can't really say that anything struck my fancy at that point. But I'm really, as cheesy as it sounds, I really think I'm on the Ubisoft train. Which is weird. If you watched any of our episodes before, you know how I feel about Ubisoft.
Oh, sorry, there was another game actually.
What?
We should have talked about in the news
What's
because
that?
this was really interesting.
Okay.
Was the Oh, let me just bring up the information to do with it. Sorry, can we get a ban, please? Ban hammer,
Oh,
ban hammer.
Banhammer.
Um, what was it?
Thank you very much, Nina.
Sorry, bear with me a moment.
Thank you so much.
What was it? I've got to remember the name of the Oh, did you happen to see all the stuff that was going around about Emio?
Oh, heck, I did. No.
Oh, well, that was interesting. So
Okay.
Emio was a viral thing that went out like a couple of like for about a week, and it was based on a Nintendo. It was a Nintendo horror thing,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and they
Interesting.
went proper viral marketing with it.
Right?
Turns out that the viral marketing for it was actually for the new Famicom Detective Club game, a brand new
What?
entry in the series for 30 years.
What? That's
And it's
insane.
and it's called Emio the Smiling Man Famicom
Oh
Detective
my
Club,
gosh, that's
and
weird.
the killer of it is someone who takes the emotions of or sees people that are sad and kills them by placing a bag on their head and taking their emotions.
I would be dead. That's
It sounds
insane.
amazing, and it's coming out this year.
I might have to check that out.
And holy crap, yeah, it's Switch exclusive, so you might have to break the Switch out for that one.
Ooh.
But yeah, I
That's
think I'm quite
crazy.
interested in playing that because that could be a good game that could make it up there.
That's wild.
I'll send you the image of it. Jesus Christ,
Yes.
it was fucking haunting.
That's crazy. Well, chat, we've got just a few more minutes. If you want to throw anything in chat that you want to talk about, what
Yeah,
about?
just bear with. I'm just post. So you might have to pull this up on your iPad.
Yeah, I'll have to do that later for sure. Um,
But that was the image that they posted out just to tease this game, and nobody had a clue what the hell it was.
oh my goodness. I'm gonna assume that's in. Yep, it is. Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Let me see if I can share my screen on here. So
But chat,
yeah,
it's. Go ahead.
yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying.
Oh man, you gotta ban him or someone else, Nana. That's crazy. We got two right back to back. Um,
Right. So if that can be seen,
it
this
can
is
be
the
seen a bit.
image.
Thank you so much, Nana. You win.
I don't know if you can see this on the stream.
I can't, but that doesn't mean that our lovely, wonderful chat can't. Because I'm on a tiny screen.
I'm gonna check the stream
Wah,
myself.
wah, wah, wah. We have really had some crazy people coming into our chat.
You can see it, but not very well. So
Okay, but what are you doing?
I'm sharing my screen, so it's another window of it basically.
Yes.
So oh god, why did I go on VG 24/7? Ugh.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because it was the first thing that comes up.
So, Pete, what are you showing us? Let me
So
know.
there you go. The image of Emio from an
Oh.
image from Famicom Detective Club.
Oh, right,
There
right,
we go.
right. There you go. Okay. Okay.
Look at that. That is creepy as all
That is
hell, isn't
very
it?
creepy. Very creepy. Absolutely 100% creepy.
Ridiculous. Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
stopping sharing my screen now.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Everyone have nightmares. Brilliant.
All right, we've got about maybe 5 minutes left of
Yeah.
this. If you want to talk about anything, throw it into chat. If not, Pete and I are going to continue to talk nonsense for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
Uh, but we do thank everyone for stopping by again.
Yes. I mean, not bad considering I thought we were going to do an hour.
We were supposed to do an hour. We went ahead and pushed it. Luckily, Pete had some backup stories, so.
Well, it's not even just that. It's also the fact that this gives us energy and gives us life.
Yes, our chat gives us life.
Life.
Yes.
No,
Um,
it's been enjoyable.
it has
Even though I'm
been.
tired, it's probably what I've been needing.
Yeah, there you go. And again, not to plug myself, but I'm going to anyway. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7, so please come join me. I'm very lonely. I like to talk to people. Nana says, yeah, this is your quickest podcast in a while, honestly.
It has been, yeah.
We're very tired.
Yes.
It's true. Yes, and I still got through an entire bottle of wine, so there you go. Yep, that's it. But we have definitely enjoyed this. It's a little bit more technical talk than we're used to, but sometimes you have to do that. We do a lot of CEO talk. And believe me, if you have any questions about CEOs or corporations or how they work and everything, I'm here, man. Ask me all the questions. I'll tell you. I'll tell you no lies. Um, and yes, CEO bonuses are BS, 100%. But we've definitely enjoyed you guys joining us. Um, I'm going to plug my podcast again. Not my podcast, that's not what I meant. My stream tomorrow. Come join me tomorrow at 7. I go from 7 to about 8:30, 8:45. Over on Kiley Wilde, KILEY_WILDE. Tomorrow will be an FPS. And I just am very lonely, so come talk to me. That's all I care about. You can say whatever you want. Don't be gross. Definitely don't be pervy or gross. But outside of that, just talk to me. I don't care. I'm totally there. Pete, do you want to add anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No. Yeah, please go and check out Kylie's streams. They're good fun. They're interesting.
Yes,
She
they're
always plays a
interesting.
good diverse selection of games.
Yes, I am a variety streamer, so you'll never see the
Yes.
same game twice.
But also, yeah, please
Except for
come and check out the Neville Watchers podcast because we like to listen to feedback from people.
We like to party. We
And
like to
actually,
party.
we generally enjoy like actually watching films and talking about them. So please come and show some love.
Yeah. And I think, unless chat wants to add anything, ask us any questions, or tell us any lies. I think that's gonna do it for us. I have drank an entire bottle of wine, which hopefully will knock me out, and I will go to sleep finally. I have not slept in about 4 days.
Well, in the infamous words of LL Cool J, I'm gonna knock you out.
Yes. But we do hope you have enjoyed this episode. It's been a little bit more technical than we're used to, but it has to be done.
Yes.
Yeah. I thank you so much, and I think that's going to do it for us. So we will see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye bye.